Okay, listen. There's a lot of so-called art teachers out there on the internet doling out advice like a marijuana doobie cigarette at a rock and roll concert. Well, in today's video, I'm gonna cut through the bull and lay some reality on you with the greatest art advice you will ever hear. Hi, my name is James Owens, and on this channel, I share with you the techniques, tips, hacks, and history to help you become a better artist. Now, first off, I'm going to start with some general art advice, but not to get too highbrow. Towards the end of the video, I'm going to have a couple of pieces of practical advice that you can apply to your work right now. First piece of advice. All over the internet and in classrooms, you'll hear people say things like, "Practice makes perfect." What a joke. You don't need to practice. You're an artist, man. After all, it comes natural to you and it must be easy, right? You don't want to waste all that natural, God-given talent by trying to force your hands to do something they don't want to do. Besides that, practicing stuff is hard. No, you just embrace your truth and start creating without any training at all, just like you did in kindergarten. Okay, now the second piece of advice. Now, I'm a huge believer in positive reinforcement, because after all, self-esteem. So don't go to any of those so-called experts online or teachers in a classroom. I mean, let's face it, if they were any good, they wouldn't be making videos or teaching, right? I'm just saying, hey, haters gonna hate. No, they're only gonna say stuff like study, work hard, practice. Look, if you really want to know about your talent, the person you got to talk to is your mom. That's right. She's the one who knows about your real talent. All those other people, they're just going to point out your flaws, and you don't need that kind of negativity in your life. They're just jealous anyway. Okay, the third piece of advice. Now, this is a big one, so I want you to turn up your volume and listen close. Under no circumstances are you to ever, never show your work to anyone. Do you know how easy it is for somebody to steal your idea or even your final artwork? No. You are much better off to create those masterpieces that I know you're making out there and stash them away in a dark corner in your bedroom. That's right, no one will ever steal your ideas if they're stashed away in a dark bedroom. And for goodness sake, don't ever put them in a gallery or show them at a show. Are you nuts? You don't know who can see them there. Trust no one. And on a side note, if you do ever find yourself accidentally showing your work to somebody and they want to buy it, don't ask much money for it. Because after all, I mean, it's so easy for you and it's, not really even actually work, right? Now here's that fourth and final piece of general advice. By no means do I want you to pay any attention to anything that came before you. Look, you are a special and unique individual, just like everyone else. And you don't want your unique vision tainted by a bunch of old dead guys. This is the 2020s, for goodness sake. We have new and better ways to make art, not to mention how much smarter and talented we are than anyone who came before us. Besides, what did people like Da Vinci or Sargent or Rockwell ever do that was so great? Just a bunch of dead guys never used a computer. And here's a freebie that's worth the price of admission. Don't ever try to create something original. No. Look, if you want to stand out, what you have to do is create work that's just like what everyone else is doing. After all, it's popular and you want to be popular. And be sure to use the same mediums and techniques. Oh, and better off, if you can create the exact same images that they're creating, you'll run right to the front of the pack. This way, people don't get confused when looking at art. So, if you want to stand out, do exactly what everyone else is doing. And on a serious note, if you're getting value out of this video, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and don't forget to hit that bell so you don't miss any upcoming videos. Now here's that first piece of practical advice that you can apply to your work today. Now you may remember a while back, I did a video on how to create a DIY brush washer out of a gelato jar and a piece of screen for the bottom of the jar. Well, today I'm going to show you the best way to use this. So now when you're painting around, and you've got your brush all loaded up with a big wad of paint, what I don't want you to do is ever wipe it off on a rag or a paper towel. This way, you fill the jar with sediment faster, have to throw it away faster, thusly buying more ice cream, and you also have to buy more solvent. This is a win-win situation for everyone. I mean, look, you're helping the economy. Oh, plus you keep the landfill people in business. It just feels good to do your part. Okay, here's that second piece of practical advice that you can apply to your work today. Now, we've all seen these video jockeys online pontificating and blowharding about the best way to organize colors on your palette. Well, don't listen to a word they say. You are a free spirit, man. You do your own thing. Who wants to be held down with that kind of rigid structure? I mean, who actually wants a warm and a cool version of each color logically and neatly arranged around the edge of your palette with a place to mix in the middle? That's ridiculous. You do your own thing, man. This is art, not science. Okay, so in closing, I want you to remember how unique you are. The fact that your mom tells us you're very talented. You do own black clothing, and you are an artist. No, much more than that. You are an artiste. Your ego should reflect it, and you should only create when the muse strikes. Don't ever force it. Then and only then will you create work that will be remembered. Just don't show it to anyone. There are vultures everywhere. Hey, thanks for sticking around to the end of the video, and I hope you found some of this information valuable. And so until next time, go make something cool. Owen's out.